welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chantel. So today, obviously as the title suggests, also side note, I was just watching the video back and my face has gotten so round, like if I compare to like previous videos, so bear with me, your girl is losing weight. I'm trying to get my structure back, like I just look so round. But anyway, I digress, you know. 2022, we're back in the gym, we move. Now, as the title suggests, of course, today's video is going to be a wig review, and I've actually got quite a few units lined up to talk through with you guys in a variety of hairstyles, lengths, patterns and vendors. So hopefully, you know, if you guys are interested in that kind of content coming up, please make sure to hit the subscribe button to be notified when a new video goes live. So today's unit is from LuvMeHair, and it's this gorgeous unit. I'll say it's like a long bob. I'm just moving this so you can see the length. And before we get into it, this video is obviously going to be a review on my first impressions, installing the hair, and then kind of just overall summary at the end. Now, I have to give a disclaimer. So first of all, this is a very safe space, okay? This is not for the hashtag what lace wear girls. This is the hashtag that lace there, we see it but you tried kind of girls, okay? Like, I am very much on this journey just as much as you guys. I don't get it right all the time. My lace lifts sometimes it might give flashback, but you know what? We're together in this, okay? My hope is just that by the end of this journey we will be bleaching the knots perfectly, you know, so that we've not like over bleached and like bleached the hair. We will be tweezing to perfection a customized hairline, and our lace will just be invisible, like gone, okay? So yeah, watch this space as the videos go. Hopefully we'll keep improving, but just know that it's a learning curve for me too, okay? Also guys, I've got a little bit of a cold, so my voice is going to be in and out throughout this video, but please bear with me. So the specs of the wig. Now this is 16 inches. It also comes available in 14 inches as well. But I just feel like I really like this length. I feel like it just works for me. Density is a 180. Now I will say one thing. This wig she is thick, okay? She is thick. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like just to be holding half of the head, I feel like for a bob is very unusual to have that much density. So I feel like it does feel more than 180, but I think it's perfect just because if this wig was ever to experience shedding, which by the way it hasn't so far, I have washed it, I've combed it several times, and literally I think at best you get like one strand. Like even right now I'm getting nothing. But if it were to shed, it does allow you that longevity of like, it might thin out a little bit but it won't look like it's thin, if that makes sense. So very happy with the density. This is a 5x5 lace closure. Me and lace closures, like, in fact we're like this, like we're inseparable. I love 5x5 closures. You still get the depth of a frontal. Frontals are what, most of them are 13x6 anyway. What's 1 inch? But then also, even if I wanted to switch it to a side, I still get that kind of range of motion. So yeah, I just really like them. Now this is listed as a glueless wig. It does have several combs inside and an elastic band, but for the purposes of this video I did glue it down just so you guys can see, you know, its full potential, I feel. But obviously for day to day, you guys, I am the laziest wig wearer, so glueless is perfect for me. Now it does say it comes pre-customized, but of course you guys know it's very rare to get a wig that you can literally pop on and go without kind of any tweezing or whatnot, but you guys will see a little bit more of that later. I think I do mention that I do think that I probably will take it back a little bit further, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, enough of me talking, let's get into what you guys probably want to see: the hair, the ins and outs, styling it, and my final thoughts at the end. I really hope you guys enjoy the video. So first things first, I am a sucker for good packaging. It came in this gorgeous like matte purple box with loads of little bits. So lashes, you've got a carrier bag, earrings, a scrunchie, a holder for your phone, and instructions on how to maintain the hair. Really loved the body and the volume that you got in the hair as it came. And you can see here the colour of the lace was quite white, I'll be honest, and you can see where the knots were. So obviously I had to go in, bleach the knots, tint the lace, and yeah, I did all of that off camera. So here you can see kind of how the hairline was looking before I did anything to it. I will say the knots in the middle of the hair were a little bit thicker than the front, but yeah, Okay, so as you can see here, the lace is actually slightly darker than my skin tone, only because I realised, you know, when I am wearing makeup, I do contour kind of towards my hairline. So I really wanted it to be more of a smooth kind of blend into my skin. So yeah, you can kind of see that slight difference. So I just applied some of my darker shade foundation onto that underneath the lace, and yeah, this is how the wig is looking. So you can see here where I added the foundation, that's kind of the rest of the lace that I didn't really bother messing with. And yeah. Okay, so at this point I have bleached the knots, I have tinted the lace and also applied some foundation, as I mentioned, and this is how the wig looks on my head. Now I'm happy with kind of the colour of the lace, definitely, but I think I will go ahead and tweeze it some more, just because I feel like it could do with a little bit kind of more of the gradient going back. So I'm gonna come in closer for you guys to hopefully you can see that. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you are someone who wants to learn how to lay their lace, this is not the place for you, okay? It is not. This is a safe space for you guys who, you know, are just vibing, go with the vibes, seeing what happens. So I'm gonna glue the lace down. I'm gonna fast forward it and kind of talk you through what I'm doing, but obviously, please guys, give me grace here, okay? We're all learning this together. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down this wig as best as I can. So I always start by just making sure I know exactly where I want my wig to sit on the hairline, and mark that with concealer just so I can see where the gel should come forward to. So I'm using the ORS gel. It's just what has always worked best for me. I react to got to be, don't know about you guys. And I apply the first layer and just dry that with the cool setting on the blow dryer. Just check if it's tacky, and then go again in with the second layer. Now it was easier obviously to pin the hair back so it doesn't kind of get stuck on the gel. But yeah, going with the second layer and then let that dry again before kind of bringing the hair forward and just placing it on the gel, which should be, again, let it dry and like get a little bit tacky. Now I just go ahead and press that in with the end of a comb, just because I feel like when you use your fingers, that's when you kind of get the white bits, which we do not want. So I just use the end of this comb, or you can use a rat tail comb or whatever. And then for this extra bit that I noticed was like kind of lifting up a bit, I just applied a bit more gel. Now I'm going in with my mousse. I just really love the ORS hair care range. Just really works so good for me. Use the mousse just to kind of bring majority of the hair back, and then a tiny bit of swoop at the front. I am not a baby hair girl kind of person. And then I'm just using this spray just to kind of fix any little bits that I saw might have been lifting. Make sure that you wipe your hand before you try and tie it, because otherwise that mousse is going to get into your hair underneath and just hot mess. Trust me, tried it, didn't work. I ended up tying my hair before I put the second hair tie down, and then now I'm just going to go ahead and curl my hair. This is just a regular barrel curler that I got from Amazon. You guys will be able to find it, I will link it below. I just really like the tapered end because it just gives you that nice kind of ringlet feel to your curls at the end especially. And I just loved the way this hair was holding the curls. Like, they just came out really bouncy. And yeah, so I always curl away from my face. So on the left side I'll kind of curl outwards, on the right side again curling outwards, so swapping sides. And make sure please that you wear gloves with this. I have had too many scars. You can see a scar on my wrist there from the last time I did it. And then by the time you've taken that finished curling, it's time to take off the scarf. Now I realized too much of my hair actually got stuck down with the gel when I tied it down, so I'm just going to use a pin and my edges comb just to kind of lift up any hair that I don't want to be looking, you know, too like gelled and slicked, and just lifting that to kind of give it that freedom. And now that the scarf is off, I can go ahead and curl the front pieces, again curling away from my face. It just really gives your face that volume, that body. It gives your hair, sorry, the body. And yeah, I think further down the line I'll probably go ahead and cut some layers into the hair at the front just to properly frame my face, but for now I feel like these curls kind of really help with that. Now, just to define the part a little bit more, I'm going in with my concealer, just literally
just a tiny dab is enough. And then I'm using my Care wax stick just to tame away any flyaway hairs to slick down, and using my hot comb just to kind of make sure everything is set in place and, like, you know, just sitting together as it should. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys can see I kind of stopped curling at the back, but you guys get the gist.
Okay, so my final thoughts on this hair. At this stage, I am very much a fan. The thickness, first of all, I was very, very impressed with the density of the hair. I think it really, really fares well, especially with curls. Second of all, it holds the curls well, like on that note. This has been a few hours actually, for transparency, since I filmed the actual styling part, and I think you can see, like, you've still got the curls, like just some beautiful waves in this. So yeah, I'm very much a fan, I have to say. And I think one of the things that I will say is, when you wash the hair, for me, that's the telltale sign of a good or bad wig, because when you wash it, if it's getting tangled, if it's shedding excessively in the shower, you just know it's downhill from there. Whereas this one, like, washing it, obviously I bleached the knots, I customized the hairline, and literally even when I pull hard, I'm literally getting one strand at best. So I feel like in terms of longevity, for now, my first impressions are this wig is one that's going to last. Obviously I'll have to update you guys, as you know, maybe in 6 months time. But first thoughts, I can't complain. Like, it didn't have any funny smell. I know some wigs have that reputation. Didn't, like, literally just, I honestly can't complain. The only thing I can complain about is my installation. Like, obviously, like I said at the beginning, it needs work, but, like, you know what I like to do? I like to just bring the hair forward and then throw it back, and I just feel like, yeah, I like this wig. I really, really do. Obviously, you guys, I kind of gave up on curling the back, but just so you guys can get a gist at the front. So if I show you the back now, it isn't styled, but just so you guys can really see the length. I feel like this hair is giving body, it's giving volume, and I like the fact that it's actually closer to black than like a natural brown. I just feel like it's giving almost Michelle. Okay, that's Obama. It's giving like professional. Like, I think it's giving grown, essentially. But yeah, definitely a fan. I would recommend this hair, and I think it was quite affordable as well. So obviously I feel like these websites always have some kind of deal on, so make sure to check for that. At the moment it's saying it's $200, and I would definitely say this is worth it. Obviously it took some work with the you know, tinting of the lace, but it wasn't that hard. And yeah, as I get better at bleaching knots, my wigs will get better too, okay? The only thing I will say that I would have done differently about this hair is just gotten a smaller wig cap. Now, I went for a large because your girl's got a big head, okay? Like, actually, circumference of my head tends to be large. Like, hairstylists have told me that before too, so I've just accepted it. I am who I am, you know, it is what it is. But because of that, this wig cap actually came like over my ear, like the tab came over my ear. And I think in terms of, sometimes with my other wigs, I tend to tuck this behind my ear and just like bring a little bit of my baby hairs out. But because that's oversized, it's kind of a little bit harder to do that because my ear kind of sticks out a bit, if that makes sense. Now, obviously that was my fault because I just, you know, I've always been a large and I just ran with it. But yeah, next time, like I said, I'd definitely get a medium. And obviously it'd mean that at the back, the wig would sit flatter, I think, just because there is that little bit of extra space. But obviously, again, like I said, that was my mistake. Noted for future. Personally, I'd recommend this wig, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm gonna try and give you guys like maybe a 6-month update to see how it ended up going, if the closure started getting a little bald headed. Like, yeah, we'll touch on that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My next video hopefully will be out soon, in which I'm going to be reviewing a long deep wave wig, very different to this, different in style, but hopefully you guys will like it. Perfect for holidays. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, the usual, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.